Well, we when I first got asked to host it, because Peter Wynn and a lot of the guys involved knew that I'd done musical theatre with Guys and Dolls, and also Drazzy Chaperone, which I did with Jeffrey Rush and Rhonda Birchmore and the like. They said, do you want to sing? Do you want to get up and do a number? Being from the western suburbs, when they first said you want to go on stage and do a number, I thought it was some kind of Bob Marley reference. I went, that would be weird. But they said, do you want to sing a song? And we went, yeah. So we kind of come up with this idea of you can't take that away from me, and then blending it in with the nominees. I actually started on stage at 8. Actually, it was about 8:15. We got a late start. But I started on stage when I was 8, singing and dancing, and I tap danced for years and sang in a band and did stand-up comedy and did audience warm-up and all that sort of stuff, and used to do corporate comedy. So I did all of that leading up to, and did short films, radio, all that stuff before Kenny. So then me and my brother did the film Kenny, and that was my film acting. But all of this stuff is actually where it started for me. So the theatre was my first love, as I keep saying. So for me, this is kind of heading back to where it all began.
Well, we started with 11 people 20 years ago, and our motto was do good work and great things will come. And our intent was to have a very creative environment where people could do their best work. And so it's all about finding like-minded people who work well together, who have a great chemistry, but also are passionate and dedicated about what they do, and giving them an environment where they can do that work. We were very fortunate to work with George Miller on Happy Feet, and I think that broke new ground for computer animation. It was the most photorealistic looking animated movie. And more recently, I was very privileged to produce Legend of the Guardians, which is also like a groundbreaking movie that's been nominated for Best Visual Effects in America alongside live action visual effects movies. So the technology that was required there required like 100 man-years of effort to go into developing software that we could make our owls look fantastic in.
As soon as I saw it, I thought that this is, arguably the most important footage ever taken in Australia, because it captures a moment probably not captured anywhere else in the world, which is the moment a people living traditionally, the way in which they live for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, come into contact with the outside world. Like, it's filmed on 16mm by a patrol officer who'd been sent to the area to clear it for rockets that they were testing. But he'd always carried his 16mm camera around, and he filmed this moment. And you see their reactions. There's not just footage, but stills as well. So it's like extremely well documented. And in doing the research, I can't think of a more thorough account anywhere in the world. And that's because the main character, the person who's 17 at the time in the film, whose name is Yuli, is still alive. And I mean, it's her story. And she's like the best storyteller I've ever worked with. So, I mean, to answer your question, the footage was everything. As soon as I saw the footage, I thought, no, this film has to be made. And of course, I asked myself, why hasn't it been made until now? But